Hello, welcome to the channel. It's me, Beaky. Good to hear from you guys again. Well, I've been on YouTube currently for 1 whole year. Surprising, right? Huh. Sure as hell was for me when I saw the date. Well, according to the poll I made a few weeks back on Twitter, asking whether a simple thank you would be enough, or to find out more about who I am. You get the idea which one won. If not, just go to Twitter. I still haven't played it. Well, basically, the one that won was, y'all want to know more about me. Well, there's not much really to tell. I'll start off with how the channel came to be, then I'll talk a little bit about myself throughout. If y'all like that sort of thing. Hopefully you will. Basically, the channel started out, well, the channel name itself actually started out more as a, I guess you can say, a playful insult, maybe? Or cutting down or busting your balls, however you want to call it, translate it, I'm not sure. It was made by my uncle. During my younger years in the crafts, construction, things of that sort, I kind of used to just wake up and go to work, not even bother taking showers, things of that sort, early in the morning. So I would constantly have a cowlick in the back of my head. And since I was completely ignorant about the craft I was working in, my uncle noticed parallels between my posture, my hairstyle, and my ignorance, and would call me, get a kick out of this. If you guys ever seen Looney Tunes, well, you may know Beaky Buzzard, and that's basically how it came to be. When I started the channel, I decided to adapt the Raven. And I kept some of the aspects in there. If you look at my profile pictures, you'll actually see the little 3 feathers I decided to have placed in the back of his head. Excuse the noise, I kind of doing this on the fly, because there ain't nowhere where I'm currently staying at, there is nowhere really that's quiet. Hopefully I'll be able to edit some of it out, but I highly doubt it. The Chromebook I've been using isn't the best for editing out background noise. It picks up everything, including a fly farting, for God's sake. Especially with that mic that I got from a very good friend of mine, who was having some current medical issues, and I found out earlier today that he's still good to go. He's not, I'm pretty sure he still has those medical issues, but it's not as severe, I guess you can say, as what originally they were perceived as. At least I hope I'm not mistranslating in any way. I hope for the best, Phoenix Fire. Well, I shared a little bit about myself. When it comes to the channel, it's mostly a name, but I guess you want to hear a little more. It could be about the inspirations. Mostly, originally, the channel wasn't even supposed to be all the way narrations. It kind of just fell into my lap, so to speak. Funny, eh? Well, I'll share a little bit about myself as of last year, because it ties into it. Last year I was staying in a homeless shelter. I kind of had a few issues that were going on during that time, and I figured, why not? I was thinking originally of making the channel a few weeks later, if I were to, get out of the homeless shelter. I'll be able to make a channel called Beaky Blades. Originally, it was supposed to be two bees inverted in on each other, kind of like bright bird. You know, I came up with that. I thought I came up with that little symbol as the two bees are placed together, back to back, kind of. But I kind of, as soon as I saw that, I was like, if I put that there, I didn't snap to it until much later. Peaky Blades originally was supposed to be bladesmithing and all that, where I discuss the item I'm smithing, play some music in the background so you don't hear the sounds of the workshop, grinding, etc. And I discuss the item I'm working on, or just put a story in it, because everyone loves to hear a story, and imagine hearing a story while someone's in the background making a decent work of art, or just kicking around the fire, since I used a charcoal forge at the time, or at least I would have been. But when I was stuck in a shelter, I realized it was unfeasible due to not being allowed to bring in the forge, working on hot metal, things of that sort, obvious reasons. And well, that's kind of how it started, and I ended up boiling it down to narrations. The narrations idea came from, a lot of the other narrators I used to love listening to, from Mr. Creepypasta all the way down to Dark Little Voices, from anywhere, honestly. They were all love the hell out of them. Of course, Dark Little Voices came on much later, a little bit after when I made the channel. But if it wasn't for them, I probably would still be very confused about everything. They're like my main gurus when it comes to anything technological or narration-wise. I come to them for a lot of things. Same thing for Phoenix Fire, even though he's extremely smart and everything. I came to him much later on, way later on, about technological things of that sort. But if it wasn't for this channel, I would have been an introvert. I would have never hopped back onto social media because I was trying to actively avoid it. I was still been happy with my one best friend, who's a person known as 4/0. Very cool guy. I've known him for well over a decade. He's one of the ones who told me, hey, why don't you just cut down the narrations instead of waiting, see how it goes that way. Well, I ended up taking off with just narrations and enjoying it. Well, if you guys had fun listening to me rant and being kind of explainy, I guess you can say, about how I started YouTube and everything else, leave a like and share it around. I'm sorry it wasn't the most in-depth, but I plan to let out a little more about myself, and maybe one day even show you what I look like. Maybe. Still a bit introvert when it comes to that. I definitely don't like people knowing who I am. I don't find myself attractive or anything like that. But I would hate to build up the hype so high and end up becoming like Corpse Husband, who faced a ton of backlash because of an accidental face reveal. So I'll split the difference. Y'all enjoyed this? I'm glad y'all did. I'm glad y'all have let me stay on this platform for as long as I have. And more will be on its way. Have a safe night, guys. See you around.